In this video, I'm going to share with you what does a $6,000 full body cargo van wrap does for your cargo van business in your local marketplace. Okay, it increases visibility, which gives you a powerful brand recognition throughout your local marketplace. Okay, so in some markets, you can get up to 70,000 impressions a day. 70,000 eyeballs. Okay, so if we have discussed before, impressions leads to leads to sales and data. So another thing that I pointed out to you all before is, and I'm trying to get into this community of how important a brand is when people in your marketplace, when they think of something, when they speak, do you come up? Is your brand planting those daily seeds throughout your marketplace? So we're going to do another exercise so I can just get your mind right in this cargo van business on the opportunities that you may be missing out on. Because I'm not trying to tell you that you should get your cargo van wrapped. I am just telling you the results that I have received and why you may see other competitors in your market or big brands in your market or local brands in your market. They'll wrap their vehicles. Okay, so when you say moving or think of moving, U-Haul or a local brand in your marketplace, last minute essentials, Walmart or Amazon delivery, catering for a big celebration or a big game day, a catering company or delivery service in your local marketplace, ride share. You wanted to go out into town or you need a ride to the airport, Uber, Lyft, a local taxi or a local cargo passenger van service in your marketplace. You need to ship a package, UPS, FedEx. So all of these things, when you speak the language or when you think of this problem that you come across, that's those seeds that you may not even be aware of when they're branding and marketing and advertising to you. That's not for right now. That's not for tomorrow. They're planting those seeds down the line, so it won't. It's like the deal is already done. That is how powerful branding is. So that's what I'm trying to introduce into this market, into this community, of how you may be missing out on the opportunity if you have thought about doing it, or if you thought about doing it and you may not have heard any side of, okay, well, what does this bring to my cargo van business? Is it worth it? So as I'm saying these things to you, what I want to continue to bring is the share of mind that we've had these conversations about before and how important that is. So those companies and those brands that I just listed to you, they're building share of mind in your local community. Or if you're doing over the road, you're going to see those big Amazon logos on the side of a truck, or the Amazons or the Walmarts or whomever. They are cementing their position in your brain, in your decision-making brain. And what I'm trying to inform you about is you should be doing the same thing, because if not, the opportunities that you are missing, the hundreds and thousands of dollars that you are missing by not having and taking serious of your brand. It is great, like we've talked about before, if you have a cargo van and you are available. But there's a whole nother side of this game that I see that this community is missing out on. Or if you are in the market or looking into starting up your own cargo van, this is something that is very, very important to think about when you are in this business. Get outside of yourself and think of your actual customer. Okay, that is so important. And what's the guy named Jeff Bezos? If you study him, he became customer customer focused, customer driven. That is so important. Are you customer driven in your local marketplace? These things will make or break your business. These things are critical for the sake of your survival in your local marketplace. Now, as we talked about that investment, because that is an investment that you're going to make to your cargo van, because if we said you're getting the brand recognition, also you're getting the opportunity to list the services that you offer to your local marketplace. And like I said, we're planting seeds not only for today, for tomorrow, or a rainy day, or for a late night minute mistake and somebody need this to happen, or for just whatever. You want to be an option, and the power of that visibility that you get is like no other. And so the importance of this conversation that we're having is the fact that I want to let you all know that your brand could be working for you when you're not even aware of it. Okay, this is how important it is, because you got to get outside of, you got to start thinking of a consumer and how the consumer thinks. Okay, so your brand could be working for you just like money works for some people, depending on what side of the game that you're on. Money works for some people if they continue to put their money to work for them. And that is the same thing with having your vehicle wrapped with your brand. Excuse me, your brand is working for you. Okay, now, like we've talked about before, it doesn't stop there. When you get that visibility, when you get those impressions, we talked about this, they lead to sales. Okay, and sales and data could take your business to a whole nother level by combining all of these things: your brand, combining the data that you're collecting from the visibility that you're getting from your brand. Even think about it, when you are making a decision for yourself and you need something, it's so deep you don't even know it. You just automatically think of this brand, like Amazon. You have the power to do the same thing. And so, like I said before, this is the importance of combining your brand, combining the data, combining your services, combining your reviews. All of these things create a powerhouse. Okay, and so think about it. Just think about it. In your marketplace, when an individual have a problem, are you an option? Are you an option? If you are not an option, you need to continue to do everything within your power to build that share of mind. Because if you're not in this world of automation, this world of AI, and the new world that we're all entering into by 2030, you, as I said before, you are slowly putting yourself out of business. But the thing is, like I've told you all before, you have the opportunity to continue to not only invest in yourself, but to invest in your brand. This is why branding is so important in the business world. Okay, so what I'm trying to bring to your local marketplace is, and get you to see outside of yourself when you are in traffic or riding by in your cargo van, is you're missing out on the impressions, which leads to people searching and doing discovery on your brand. Okay, so on that journey, when people are searching and doing their discovery and seeing who will be able to solve their problems, that gives you an opportunity to collect data. Okay, so that's another benefit of having a brand. You're giving people, you're collecting data. You're allowing Google or whichever search engine that people use, they're directing them to you. And you now have set up something to where you can collect that data and start to build a relationship, a local relationship, which could, if you do it correctly, you could have a long-term relationship that benefits not only you, but your local marketplace. Okay, this is how important these things are, and that's why I'm just going to continue to pound it and pound it and pound it into this field, because I think a lot of people that I'm seeing is they're just getting the cargo van, but they're missing out on all of the other opportunities, which is the biggest one is a mobile billboard. Not only is this bad boy a money maker, but it's a mobile billboard. It is a mobile office. And I see a lot of people missing the opportunities there. And we have to change this moving forward to better our field, our industry, or whatever it is that you want to call it. So I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I do want to inform you of the opportunities that you are missing out on the opportunities that you are missing out on getting that high-end clientele. Because again, certain people, certain demographics, certain cultures, they operate differently, they move differently, and you won't know these things if you are not in business, if you're not collecting data and watching the analytics and dealing with different customers and knowing how customers move and how they think. And if a person doesn't recognize your brand, if you don't have reviews, all of these things they're so important. And that's why I want to bring this to you all, so you all could understand the opportunities that you may be missing out on. And I want to help you all fix that. Okay. Another thing, that having your cargo van wrapped in your local marketplace, it gives you the opportunity to build trust in your local marketplace. Now, I'm not sure which markets a lot of you all are in, but in America right now, the trust is so low, and it's getting lower and lower and lower. You're seeing all the scams. You see people that are out there dressing up as delivery drivers. So with you having a brand, and again, I'm trying to bring that side so you all can understand how the customer operates now, especially in a low trust society. When that low trust is down, when you have a brand, it has that professional appearance. It's giving people an opportunity. You're giving them that ease of mind, especially when you're going into certain neighborhoods, or you're going to the hospitals, or you're going to sorority houses or colleges or whatever. People want to be able to trust. And if you are investing in yourself, that says a lot within itself. If you are invested in yourself, they know, okay, I could trust this guy, because nobody's going to invest that much in themselves and do this or do that or whatever. So building trust is so important in your local community and for your brand's sake. As I said before, are you slowly putting yourself out of business? Are you responsible for that? Or are you investing back into your business in your local marketplace and building that compound interest? Okay, I want to share something with you all, what I learned in the photography and videography business. That was something that I used to do when I was in college and a little after college. And I want you all to understand another point of view of how the customer thinks. There was this talk, and there was this individual with this photography company, and that was one of the most important lessons that I learned that still sticks with me to this day and has helped me generate over $100,000 a year. So so they said that you could be the greatest at whatever craft that you do. All right. You can provide the greatest product and service, and you will go broke. Why? Because nobody knows you. Okay? And again, stop thinking about yourself. Get outside of yourself. Now, a person who does a bad job, all right? Horrible service, but they're good at branding. They're good at marketing and advertising their service. They'll get all the money.
I am been waiting to meet you, John. Why are you still taking... It's a story Queen City News has followed for more than 5 years. Complaints about a repairman who takes money for jobs he never completes. It's resulted in honest people being out hundreds, even thousands of dollars. Today, I traveled to McConnell, South Carolina, where a man says the same guy ripped him off, and he only discovered who he was by watching one of our stories.
John Jackson. That's when I knew it was him.
Watching one of our stories about John Jackson, Bill Swope immediately recognized the repairman who was at his house just a month prior.
It's just not right. I'm trying not to get choked up, but I'm angry. Really angry.
Bill has been through the ringer. The past few years, he's dealt with one family loss after another. He's in between jobs, and just last month, his fridge went out. He searched online for repairman near me to get it fixed.
Next thing you know, somebody's calling and say, hey, I could be there today. Let me help you.
He had no idea the guy coming to supposedly repair his fridge would be the straw that broke the camel's back.
And I keep getting kicked. I keep getting back up. And then this guy pulls this. I can see where people can be pushed to violence.
Invoices and Venmo receipts show Swope paid John Jackson more than $1,600. One was for the first repair. The other was when Jackson had to return when the fridge stopped working again. 6 weeks later.
Now the fridge still doesn't work. Freezer is not cold. I have blocks of ice in bottles to keep it at about 48. And hopefully I don't lose any food.
It's a similar story we've heard from past victims.
Never came back with us, never called us.
Called him multiple times, sent him text messages.
Repeated texts and calls were unanswered.
My number's blocked.
The Attorney General has banned John Jackson from doing work or advertising for repair jobs in North Carolina. John Jackson. I have been waiting to meet you, John. Why are you still taking money for jobs?
I'm not taking any money for jobs.
A judge has ruled that you can't even advertise for work.
So what I'm trying to bring to you all is, don't just be good at what you do and not good at branding and marketing and advertising. Combine that good service with good branding in advertising and marketing. Combine that good service with collecting data. So that is something that I want you all to think about in your market. If you're in the cargo van business, if you're thinking about getting to the cargo van business, and you want to make sure you got everything checked out before you go out into your marketplace, and you get out here and try to gain you some territory in your marketplace and building up a clientele. These things are going to be very important. Learning how people work in your local marketplace. I did a delivery. It may have been today or yesterday. I don't think you guys understand how many people come up to me in my local marketplace just by seeing my truck. Just by seeing my truck. They've checked out my website. They've checked out my reviews. I've had more people come up to me and tell me that they've never used my services, but they referred other people just because they see my truck all around town. This is how powerful a brand is. So that $6,000 investment, it paid for itself because I'm in traffic. I'm parked here. I live here, or whatever. People are always looking. Those eyeballs are always looking. And so the point that I'm trying to bring to you all is this important factor. I want you to be an option in your local marketplace. I want to help you get there by having this conversation and get you to think outside of yourself and start to think of how does the marketplace look at you, and how much money that you are losing, how much trust that you are losing, how many opportunities that you're missing out on because you're not giving people the opportunity to go and do research on you. Okay? That is so important, and that is a big, huge factor that I've noticed that is continuously that's missing in many markets. But we're here talking about the cargo van business, and that is something that we have to change. Now, are people thinking about you in your marketplace? How well are you educating them? Are you an option when people think? Are you an option when people speak? Are you reinvesting back into your cargo van business? Are you reinvesting into your brand on a monthly basis? We got the holidays coming up. Are you going to be that go-to in your local marketplace? Is one of your brands going to come up when this person has a problem? Are you responsible for putting yourself out of business by not understanding the marketplace, by not reinvesting into yourself and into your brand? Branding is very important. Marketing and advertising is very important. And these are the only way that you're going to have that funnel. You're going to have those impressions, which we've talked about before, leads to leads, which we talked about before, leads to sales and collecting data. It is all on you. Okay. Thank you for your time. Safe travels out there on the road. I will see you on the next one.